The Tampa Bay Buccaneers are arguably one of the most interesting teams in the NFL. We talk about a team that, quite honestly, I think there's so many different levels as to what they could do in terms of the playoffs, in terms of really just how they look as a team. But, you got Tom Brady. Tom Bowles is coming back in his first year. But overall, this is going to be an interesting team. So that's why we did our 2022 Tampa Bay Buccaneers record prediction. Obviously, they signed Akeem Hicks too recently. So, this team is going to be good. You never count. And the one thing I've always learned, you never count out Tom Brady. You just never do it for so many different reasons, and not even just the 23 Super Bowl a couple years ago, but you never do it. So we'll jump right in here to our record prediction here for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I had to scoot up the chair there a little bit, but that's just a quick look at it. So you obviously start Week 1 here off as versus the Dallas Cowboys. Excuse me. This is kind of one of those things where you're traveling Dallas. It's going to be a tough game, but overall, I think the Buccaneers are in a spot where it's going to be weird because second year in a row, the Cowboys, I don't know that they necessarily got better. I wouldn't say they got worse, but I don't know that they got better. But overall, I felt like the Dallas Cowboys are one of those teams that, quite honestly, I think they need to do. They're gonna start out hot, and then I think they will simmer off. But the Bucs, I think, are a team that are going to start out slow. It's going to be the exact opposite for them. But anyway, so this game starts at Sunday Night Football, 8:20 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. This is at AT&T Stadium. So, I think the Cowboys do find a way to win against the Bucs here. Get a little bit of revenge for last year and find a way to squeak this one out. And the Bucs start off 0-1, but then they come back Week 2 at the Saints here. I think the Saints, I don't know why, but I just have the feeling that the Saints are going to start off hot with Jameis Winston again this year, and I think it's going to be really interesting. Week 3 for the Green Bay Packers, you're back home. Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot to mention that game against the Saints starts at 1 o'clock p.m. Eastern Daylight Time at Caesars Superdome. So, then you come back Week 3 at home against the Green Bay Packers, first home game of the year at Raymond James Stadium. Game starts at 4:25 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. I think this is going to be a fun game, though. I think not only is it going to be their first win of the year, but I think it's just going to be, you talk about, kind of a gunslinger, like Aaron Rodgers versus Tom Brady. You love it. So I think they get a win here at home versus Green Bay. They come back home. The next 2 weeks, they play the Kansas City Chiefs. The Chiefs, they're like the Ravens. They just seem to always bring away solid talent in terms of the draft, and it's just, I think it really saved him this year. So you talk about the Chiefs coming in, playing Sunday Night Football, 8:20 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, once again at Raymond James Stadium here. I think they drop one to the Chiefs here. Not the start you wanted with bringing Tom Brady back and Todd Bowles, but I think that's where, like we said, this team really starts to believe in Todd Bowles, believe in his message, and his defense continues to wreak havoc. So I think, you come back Week 5 at home at Raymond James Stadium against the Atlanta Falcons. You get a win there. It's not a big time win, but it's a win that gets you rolling towards the right, towards the right attitudes, towards the right things moving forward. So yeah, 1 o'clock p.m. Eastern Daylight Time starting time there. The Atlanta Falcons, honestly, if Desmond Ridder pans out, this could be a very good team. Very quickly. So I'm excited to see what happens with Atlanta, but I do think the Bucs get the win there and move to 2-3 on the season. Week 6 at the Pittsburgh Steelers, at Heinz Field, 1 o'clock p.m. Eastern Daylight Time starting time here. So, they're one of those teams that, honestly, I don't know what to expect out of Mitch Trubisky. I don't know what to expect out of anything out of this. So I say that they get a win over Pittsburgh, and they're able to kind of just get it done. Week 7 at the Carolina Panthers, you get a big-time W here. And I think the thing about the Panthers is, honestly, I'm not really sure what to expect, but I feel like the Panthers are one of those teams that, quite honestly, it's a story of the quarterbacks these days. And Sam Darnold isn't that guy. I think, when you take a look at, Matt Corral and his career, at Ole Miss, I think there's things to work with there. So we'll have to see. Hopefully they give the young man a shot right away, because I think he could be something pretty good in this league. I absolutely do. But they get a win there. That's the third straight win in a row. And the Bucs all of a sudden are looking like a team, at 4-3 that are looking like they could, they could climb their way out of the cellar on this one. And then they come back home Week 8 versus the Baltimore Ravens here. This game starts at 8:15 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. This is a Thursday night game, by the way. So, I think short week, tough team, but I still think they're able to get it done and move to 5-3 on the season. Week 9 versus the Los Angeles Rams here. This is, yes, it's at home, but overall, I feel like kind of an afternoon game here, 4:25 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time starting time here. Yeah, this is gonna be a little weird. So I just feel like they're gonna be able to. They're probably gonna lose in this one. The Rams, they're gonna be tough. They really are. But overall, I think it is a learning experience. They go into the bye week after a win, Week 10 win versus Seattle. That game starts at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's at Allianz Arena. I believe that's in London, if I'm not mistaken. So then they got the bye week. So then you talk about a stretch of games here. At Cleveland, Week 12. I don't know if Deshaun Watson is going to be back or not. It's going to be really interesting. But 1:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time starting time there. Big time win over a good team will depend on if they have Deshaun Watson or not. Week 13 at home versus the New Orleans Saints. This is a Monday night game, 8:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time here. So the Saints are going to be a tough team down the line, but I have my questions about Jameis and everybody. They got to win over the Bucs in Week 2, but I think that the Bucs come back Week 13. They've got things figured out. Like we said, the Saints are going to be one of those teams that might start off a little hot, but will fizzle a lot like the Dallas Cowboys. I do feel like the Saints will drop one here to the Buccaneers. Week 14 at the San Francisco 49ers. This is one of those teams that every year they always seem to be relevant with no matter who's playing quarterback, and it's frustrating, but it's also awesome because they are a quality team. So Week 14 at Levi's Stadium here against the San Francisco 49ers. I think they get a big-time win here. Again, I don't care if it's Trey Lance. I don't care if it's Jimmy Garoppolo starting. I think the Bucs are starting to put it together. They've got that confidence as a team, and they're ready to continue rolling. Let's see here. Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. So, Week 15 versus the Cincinnati Bengals here. This is at home at Raymond James Stadium. This game starts at 4:25 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Cincinnati's tough. They're probably going to win easily. Probably, I wouldn't say easily, but they're probably going to win their division. Trip back to the Super Bowl? Maybe. We'll have to see. That offensive line is better. Defense played out of its mind, so we'll have to see what happens. Week 16 at the Arizona Cardinals. Moving things along here at State Farm Stadium. This is a Sunday night game, 8:20 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I do think this is going to be a good game, though. Like, the Cardinals might be vying for a playoff spot, as will the Buccaneers potentially. I think that the Cardinals get it done at home. The Bucs fall. But we'll come back Week 17 at home against the Carolina Panthers. I think they fall in this one, but I think that coming back and playing the Cardinals, or excuse me, the Falcons. There's another red team on the road there to get a win. I think that's how they're going to end the season and end the season at 11-6. A lot of good things happen for the Bucs, but I do think there's a lot of the Bucs are in an interesting position. They've got a lot of good talent. Tom Brady, everybody coming back. So I don't think Gronk's coming back. But other than that, I'm really excited about the Buccaneers. I think they've got the ability to make some noise. It will be up to Todd Bowles in his leadership abilities, but I'm not worried in that in the slightest. But let us know what you guys think. Make sure you guys like and subscribe down below. Leave a like and a comment. It helps people find the show. Greatly appreciate all the support that we've gotten and continue to get. You guys are all truthfully awesome, and we love every single one of you. In the description down below, you find all of our social media platforms. Give us a like and a follow. Also, remember to give us a listen and sub on iTunes. And finally, if you have anything else you'd like us to cover, send us an email at thesportsbp@yahoo.com or put it in the comment section down below, and we would love to cover it. But let us know what you guys think about our 2022 Tampa Bay Buccaneers record prediction.